Oh, don't mind me. Just a wee fairy going about her business.
Never had a chance.
Prepare for battle.
Interesting.
Seconds to battle.
Thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
Things would catch up with me. God, I hate that little runt.
I will come sooner.
No.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's no small thing to be favored by the gods.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You have done a great service.
No way!
No, 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 no.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'll take your tribute.
Death and gold are linked.
A prize! Radiant structures are fortified.
You're welcome!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The only one surprised by this is you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Strike you down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, we're just getting started.
I'll take your
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A bauble for a bounty.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You understand who you're dealing with?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
You die, yet your failure lives on.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Hate Boxi.
I've got goosebumps.
Costly.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Not that I need it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Did I feel a prick in my joint?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower
Mine
is
is
under
truly
attack.
a blessed life.
For my coffers.
Dire are scanning.
This'll come in handy.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Behold!
Found by Mars, this is something that you want to have on the Nyx Assassin most likely, just because you don't farm with the hero. Like, this hero has no farm potential if you're not getting that meter hammer, which I think is a bit outdated on a position for Nyx. You know, you need something to get the gold, and he picks it up.
Boxi. I mean, Arme, with the farm that he has, I mean, he definitely stands the best chance that I feel we've seen today in these games against Liquid to manage to beat them, right? If you compare this game already to the 3 performances we've seen so far, this is the best shot we're seeing of a team for stopping Liquid in their tracks
at
today.
the start of the game that PSG.LGD has a much better chance in this one than they had in a previous one, because Team Liquid, they need to do stuff. They need to do, you know, something. They need to be active on the map because their lineup doesn't really scale, you know. 2 bad fights and PSG.LGD will just completely take over the game. Don't get me wrong, there's still a ton of kiting potential. Wraith King will need a BKB. He's also playing into mana burn, so maybe his second item just needs to be a BKB.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll see what he goes. I mean, that would absolutely enable him and get him the opportunity to get stuck in on the front lines without any real threat of Liquid taking him down quickly.
Dire's top tower
Get a lot of damage done with that Radiance throughout the drawn-out skirmishes.
JQ has been very innovative with his item build. The first time, like, I've seen Shard in a competitive match, combined with the Octarine Core on Earthshaker. The old Shard when it was really good. It was him who actually did it. And now he's going Aetherlands into Aghanim Shard with the Dark Willow, which is really good. Like, that's not dispellable, so that's pretty insane. Just needs to farm the gold somewhere. Ami's farming nicely. Ami is top of the net worth.
He's closing that gap. Just 1k gold in it between the 2 teams, down to the farm that PSG.LGD are being able to match Liquid with. Even nothing to say. You know, his Void Spirit very close to the farm at mid-k, just about 1k in it, despite Liquid getting as many kills as they have done so far. PSG.LGD are playing very well with the map and making sure that they're not, you know, they're not sort of having these whole areas taken away and out of their control.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Stop playing Arme.
Radiant's courier has
He's alone, and they cannot help him. There's no one even close by. Insania will farm some Skellies, will farm a couple
Maybe a good fit.
Maybe he will even get the last hit.
Yeah, no, you're right. I thought maybe the Willow could get over from the tier 1, but no attempts to TP over and walk him. Which would have taken far too long to get there in time.
I talked about the efficiency. He's handled Midas off cooldown while you're dead for 40 seconds. It was a bad moment when you're playing a carry.
Nothing to say, he just gets caught out by Boxi. He wasn't ready for that, tries to move in. Boxi just turns, slams him straight into the tree with a spear.
Root mechanic against any of the Spirit is good. This is why, like, Crystal Maiden has been popular for quite some time. The max Frostbite build.
Oh, absolutely. You know, whilst you might not necessarily be the one most of the time to get in and find the opening, if you're able to follow up any sort of stun, it's just going to give more than enough time for these heavy hitters like the Mars to secure the kill.
PSG.LGD will need those 2 BKBs to be able to fight, because everything Team Liquid has is magical damage. Get 2 BKBs up, like even Sankey's going for the BKB, which I'm okay with. Maybe a bit of an overkill. I would love to see like a Yule Scepter to set things up. You still have a way of dispelling things, especially against the Thanos, silence from Puck. BKB, if it doesn't give you any mana, could have mana issues.
I see from the side. Coil dropped down onto Arme, and this reincarnation is still on cooldown for 20 seconds. He's going to end up dying underneath his own tier 2. And now with the arena out to the side, Boxi is going to be able to set up for another bit of action. And they catch Faith Fiat. Soulbind dropped down. I mean, with just the 3 of them alive, very little that they can do and throw Liquid. Liquid back on track to just taking these kills core by core without PSG.LGD being able to do anything to stop those plays from happening.
Now, Liquid's understanding how the game should be played with the lineup that they have is just extremely good. Like, they're really on point with the movements. Like itemization, I really love what they're doing. Puck not going for the Blink Dagger this time around, getting the Yule Scepter as the first time to be able to dispel things, which I really like that. Getting a Witchblade to be able to scale, gets the damage talent yeah, just overall some good stuff. And he's getting the Lincoln Sphere next, so that there's not gonna be any like blink initiation coming out from the Sand King. He can also like deal well with the Cursed Crown. Might not even get the Blink Dagger this game. Like maybe as a 4th item, it's okay. You know, people will think it's too late, but it's never too late for a Blink Dagger on Puck. Like even Wraith King will probably get the Blink Dagger eventually to just be able to reposition himself, but definitely needs different items right now. I talked about the BKB, definitely needs one.
See how quickly Arme can get it online. That's top lane. White getting the setup. Nothing to say to swing in and kill off Insania, so still finding some action from Mickey. He's going to look to punish this though. Sneaking in and with the Dream Coil at the ready to go. He might not even need it for White. As White tries to get back in with the Ink Swell, but a quick phase shift from Mickey will dodge it. Silence immediately removed for the thanks to the illusion ring that he had balled up. He's actually going to jump across and with the Dream Coil locked down onto the Willow.
Like he's going to get a kill in the middle.
He's going to be able to take the both down.
Like Mickey is an insane player. They bring 3 heroes, try to kill him, he gets a double kill and lives.
And then bottom lane Tiger. Gonna start playing around with Arme. Pale off the mark though.
What a bounty!
Arme will be able to step away. Coinfer maybe still seeing if he can get in onto the Wraith King, but Arme's into the trees, keeps his distance. On top there, Mickey, he's still playing around with nothing to say. After killing the 2 heroes, he's making sure that nothing to say does not have an easy time getting out of this. Mules, I mean, he's just being a nuisance here, Mickey. Just making sure that nothing to say has his focus sort of on himself on this top lane rather than what he can do to make action happen himself anywhere else.
Mickey just toying with them. This itemization actually allows him to do that. Lincoln Sphere, Yule Scepter, a lot of stuff that they need to like focus on. You have way of dispelling things, like you mentioned the illusion room that he had in the previous fight, killed the Phantom straight away.
And mid just these setups, Tiger and Boxi able to easily catch heroes. Mid-game moving on to the side. Dream Coil's going to be dropped down onto Arme. They're closing in on him. Let's see if they're able to take him down a couple of times. They'll bring him down the once. Spirit coming in a little early. The Fear will send them back. As Tiger is trying to get into offer up a stun, but the Remnant was nicely placed there by Nothing to Say, making sure that he couldn't close in and get the angle to lay down and impale on Arme on the reincarnation. So Arme will manage to step back to base.
PSG.LGD kind of missed their timing. Like they were supposed to take one good fight with Wraith King's Radiance, but it didn't happen. Like that bottom fight where Wraith King did not have Radiance up, they take a fight, then he dies 2 times in a row. Kind of set the pace of this game. Team Liquid slowly taking over. Team Liquid is just so good at controlling the map, getting the most out of it, and not allowing enemy. Like look at where PSG.LGD is standing right now, 27 minutes in. They're not allowing them to leave the base.
And they've only been able to get that one tier 1 tower in this game. Feels like sort of as a series as a whole in the games that we've seen today, teams have just really struggled to take anything away from Liquid. Liquid just having a very good grasp of the game as it is.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Top lane. Boxi. We'll get the jump on him, and with the epicenter, they'll be able to do it. Boxi alone, Mickey.
Well for you.
We're thinking about coming in with a counterplay. He does have the Dream Coil good to go, but with Boxi gone, he won't play too aggressive into the faces of PSG.LGD.
It's very hard to kill. Like they don't have the real hero. All right,
they're going to try for this, but Fabian's got the BKB, so there's nothing to say. They pop it, they turn with the fear over to the master step over towards Coinfer. Coinfer, he's going to get taken out. So is Insania. This time, PSG.LGD able to fight back strong with the help of the BKBs. Once they're out, Liquid a little limited on the options they have to take down heroes through it. As PSG.LGD coming in with definitely the biggest trade that they've had so far this game, taking those heroes down with that sort of jump in from Faith Beyond.
Quoiqua will start to fall off as you know, Venomancer as Zero doesn't really scale. You can still be really annoying with all your spells, but and the items, like look at the itemization on him. Lotus Orb going into Shard to be able to summon 2 Plague Wards with a successful Venomous Gale. Mana burn, also something that's very annoying to play into. Wraith King still not going for the shard, has a BKB. It would be a bit of an overkill if he gets like both straight away.
Let's see what more PSG.LGD can do with this. A solid fight. Now Liquid back up in full force. Now closing that gap though. Arme getting further and further into his item progression. AC on the way after this BKB. Needs a bit more time. See if they're able to find that against Liquid. As even in those the 3 games that we have seen from Liquid, you know, they've very much been a team that does get a large lead, and they do need a large lead as it seems to close the game up. This game, just 7k, definitely not sort of the same. Doesn't have the same gravity as they've had before, you know.
20k gold lead, definitely.
Oh, Boxi, quick reactions. Now Insania actually thinking about coming in for the counterplay. Mickey jumps across, BKB's out. Both Bian and also Arme popping the BKB so they can commit. Over to Insania though, get the kill, over to the side, the fear perfectly laid down by Xingqiu, catches out the 2 of them, allowing them to lock down Quanfa. The arena comes out, the Quanfa, he's still able to get the BKB off, but with the arena turnaround, they take out both Bian, they also look to bring down Arme the twice. They've got him the once, can they do it a second time? Follow-up stun comes out from Tiger, they're locking him down for a huge duration. No chance for Arme to escape, and Mickey, he's just running down the back lines. He's over towards Y.
That was a huge misplay from Ahmed there to pop the BKB like straight away, and they only managed to kill Crystal Maiden, and that's gonna backfire. Like even Sanking, like he needs to be very careful how he initiates. BKB is his only defense tool. Now they're inside the Roche pit. Nothing PSG.LGD can do about it. Mickey is once again having a perfect game, like 0 deaths. Just too annoying to deal with. They don't have Hex, one of the reasons why like Shadow Shaman line have become popular lately, because of course all the spirits have been very, very good, top tier picks for quite some time, and also like the benefits that you can deal with the fun. He doesn't even pick up the Aegis. Boxi picks up the Aegis. Boxi itemized also for more damage, because he went the Hood first item. Like Kevin Hood and BKB is a bit too much, but yeah, they need some tower damage. He builds a Deso. He also has Orb of Destruction right now, so that's gonna be super handy when they're trying to siege the high ground.
Let's see if PSG.LGD. I mean that, you know, those BKB usages, they've definitely got to hurt a little bit. Just trying to throw everything into to get a kill. It's just not enough. We're seeing each time Boxi just wait them out perfectly and reinitiate as soon as they're down. $11k lead now for Liquid. Getting closer to sort of having that incredible lead that leaves very little for the opponents to do much recovery. See around mid trying to get in on that, but Tigers are out, keeping tabs of any attempted smoke movement from the team, and it's going to leave PSG.LGD with no chance of catching Liquid by surprise.
Even Insania has almost full BKB on top of the Blink Dagger, so like once those BKBs are down on PSG.LGD, he can just blink in and be really annoying. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. They don't have a single ability that can stop BKB. Oh, coming up from Crystal Maiden.
Over the jump. The catch straight away over that God Tribute. Bian just wiped off the face of the planet. Taken out by Boxi. The arena's down to the BKB side. PSG.LGD and Arme tries to get him. Bian comes across, but Boxi, he's already picked up a triple. They do lose the puck, and they lose anything else here. Boxi down the once. Remnant set in position for a round 2, but the Gale's out onto nothing to say. He's able to jump out of the side, but he's ticking down to the poison. The freezing thrill coming up with the high ground. Arme is trying to beat it to Boxi, but Boxi, he just turns, takes him out with a review. See if they can bring down Boxi. Boxi is stunned in position. Arme will be able to clean him up. Fabian's back in with the ball strike. They're over on towards Coinfer. It's taken them a couple of buybacks to swing this fight around, but they're being able to get some action out of this. They've got to be a little careful now though with Arme. They couldn't quite fully commit for Coinfer.
Still 15 seconds.
A lot of boards set down.
On that reincarnation, Koiko actually healing. Like, look at his HP region. Quickening Charm, Urn of Shadows, like Eternal Shroud, the Lotus Orb. Yeah, he can go in and out of the fight multiple times. He also went for Poison No Adoration on level 20. Lifesteal from the Eternal Shroud is going to help out quite a lot. 2 buybacks committed.
2 buybacks.
Yeah, that's quite big. Roche may respawn in 5 minutes, so they can't really, you know, make stuff happen right now. Innocence bought a gem. He wants to be able to get rid of the wards, play a bit more safe. Yeah, you can see, like, once PSG.LGD, once they use their BKBs, Team Liquid's strength kicks in. Like, they have nothing that goes through Magic Immunity, and, like, yeah, you were surprised. You know, Mars with Orb of Destruction, Desolator, God's Rebuke, pretty much solo killed Sand there.
Straight up, pretty much 600 physical coming out on that AoE burst. PSG.LGD still looking for opportunities to get out on the map. To say Faith Bian, seeing if anyone heads this way from Liquid, but it's not going to be the case. Liquid keeping themselves close together around the mid.
Because their lineup is not really, you know, good at going late game. If you itemize differently, like Team Liquid's covering themselves nicely. Puck hit level 25. Grimcoil Rapid Fire has Scotty, has Maelstrom going into Gleipnir.
Catch him, Faith Bian. Out to the side, they do catch him with the stun, but he got the Burrow Stroke off in time, so he's up on the cliff and he's out of there. Standing up on an Arme here with the Ink Squad, but he's not going to look to run in too aggressively. He's still going to be a bit cautious. The Liquid, they've got the full squad here. PSG.LGD starting to retrieve, but Mickey is in with the Dream Coil. BKB comes off from Faith Bian as he tries to step back. Arme is actually going to tank the Dream Coil in, die the watch. He's going to be back for a second round. They turn, they're managing to get the soul by the Burrow Stroke out to the Boxi. Boxi really pushing them back to God's Rebuke. They're trying to kill Koiko, but they can't. Koiko's out to the side. Another Astral Step. Is it enough? No, it's not. Koiko's just healing up too much. They can't quite burst the Venom. And they lose 2 heroes for it, 2 big ones as well. Nothing to say, and Faith Bian both going down. The Venomancer, it's just too much.
He's too tanky. Like, they cannot kill him. Like, he uses that Poison Nova, keeps healing from Eternal Shroud. Seems like this is the story of the day so far with Team Liquid. Like, get that one tanky guy who can build Eternal Shroud, get some couple of good.
Look at this. They're pinned to your own tier 4 tower. It's not going to feel great as Jinkyu just getting dove upon. Liquid able to resume business as they take the tier 3 onto the racks. 3 heroes down on PSG.LGD and none, of course, with buyback available. They're not going to be able to do anything to stop this push.
They can easily just go bottom. A lot of minus armor. Deso plus Orb of Destruction should be enough to clear those bottom barracks as well.
Just taking objective after objective as Liquid just continuing to impress today. This is the 4th match in a row where they're looking unstoppable, Cost. I mean, you don't really start a LAN any better than Liquid's doing so right here.
For sure. Like, they just make it seem easy, considering how good they're playing. Like, the way they itemize, everything's pretty much on point. And, like, these games so far, they were all one-sided. Like, Team Liquid just completely destroying their opponents.
And, you know, obviously things can be said about the first series, right, against Nigma, a team that's having to play with an alteration in their lineup. But against a team like PSG.LGD, I mean, you said yourself, right, you would expect to see more of a challenge here from PSG.LGD. And sure, there's some level of it, but it still doesn't seem to be anything close to what Liquid's bringing.
They don't have the answer for stacking that Team Liquid is bringing, the versatility coming out from their heroes, the way they set up the lanes, the way they itemize. It's just... No answer. Like, so far, 2 teams have no answer. Going on the illusion.
The illusion bait. We saw some of this earlier in the day from Mickey's puck, and he does it again here as they commit quite a bit onto it. They will manage to turn their efforts over towards Tiger, take him out instead. Now the counterplay comes in. Boxi jumps over. They've been able to trap Arme. They've brought him down the walls. See if they can do it a second time. He's got the BKB up, but again, they're having to just use these BKBs to run away from Liquid. They can't fight with them. Mickey's in. Call down onto nothing to say, but his BKB is ready to go. again, just getting through these charges, and all they're doing is buying them a little bit more time. It's not giving them the opportunity to stand their grounds and fight back, as Liquid, they're just too far ahead right now.
Radiant's
It's
top
just
tower is under
too
attack.
much. Like they need so
Radiant's
many things to focus on side of PSG.LGD. Like they don't have that, you know, one hero goes in, second follows up, bam bam, instant kill. Like they just don't have it. Like they need to go in, try to make stuff happen, big epicenter to follow it up. It's hard to execute, and their BKBs are down to 5 seconds, so really hard for them to take these fights. Because Team Liquid, they don't want to, you know, go in. They want a prolonged team fight, get the most out of that reincarnation of the Wraith King, slow him down if the BKB is already used, like multiple stuns, multiple mana burns. So they want these like prolonged team fights, use their abilities a few times. This is something that we usually don't see. You know, if you look at the Puck's inventory, you're like, yeah, that doesn't, you know, sound familiar. It looks more of a carry type build, but since they don't have that much damage, they want to be able to scale into late game. That's one of the reasons why he decided to itemize that way. And this Scotty, like the combined slow from the Venomancer and Scotty, just
very nice.
You can't move.
Absolutely. Already, well, for this Roche, they're trying to make moves over towards it. It just goes down too quickly. They're trying to get in with a fear. They're going to still make the jump. But already, Liquid, they're going to be ready for the counterplay. They spear Arme over towards the trees. Mickey is getting low. Can they actually kill him in? The arena's going to be dropped down. Mickey, he's got the orb out to the side. He's able to reset, keep himself fine. They're still alive. On PSG.LGD, Xingqiu will be taken out slowly but surely by the freezing field of Insania. He tries to go for the TP out, Arme, but the Gleipnir in position to lock him down, stop his escape. GG is called. As Liquid, they will continue this incredible opening streak they're having here in the major.
Team Liquid is just too good today.